Hello, this is Preston Cohn with Donor Curve. Today we're talking a little bit about Facebook ads and why they are successful and how they can be helpful for you. I've had a lot of questions about, of course, social posting and how to increase engagement. I've also had a lot of questions on what does Facebook do when you run ads for it? Does it even work? And how does that process go, and what do you do to get that started? And so, we have a lot of success working with Facebook and Google Ad Grant to be able to generate net positive supporters and donors. And that's something that's the key, right? Net positive. If you're running a marketing campaign and you're not generating net positive from day one, that means you're spending too much on your marketing campaigns. That means generally what you're doing is you're going, hey, I'm paying $1 to Facebook and I'm getting 50 cents back, right? In donations or in email addresses or whatever that looks like. And that just isn't effective for nonprofits, right? Nonprofits oftentimes are operating on tight budgets, and they're operating on the need to get donations to fit a specific need. In fact, I was recently working with a nonprofit that feeds people in Haiti, and they were short on their goal for that year. And they came to us and they said, hey, what can we do? And so we created some videos and we ran some ads for them, and we were able to help them get the donations that they needed to be able to feed the people in Haiti. It wasn't a whole lot of money that they needed to raise, but they needed to raise like $8,000 to $10,000 or something to be able to generate and feed tens of thousands of people. And so they were able to do that. Actually, I don't think it was tens of thousands. It was like 5,000 for the next 6 months or so. And so we were able to get those good results for them and be able to help them out. That's one example. But people say, well, how does it work? How do you do it? What do you do? Do I run a Facebook ad to the people that follow me? Do I target new people in what industry, and how does that look like? So I can't talk about all of the details specifically today, just because every nonprofit's different, right? If you're feeding the poor in Haiti, it's going to be very different targeting than if you are going after, let's say, to change a law here in the States about, orphans, or about the foster care system or something like that, right? Different approaches to be able to reach and fix those solutions, or come up with a solution for that. But there is a process that I have found that works very well that you may be able to kind of adjust and use for your own nonprofit in its own way. And so I'll talk to you a little bit about that. But before we do, let me give you information on just what is it and how does it work, right? So generally what we'll do is we'll generate Facebook ads, and we'll create ads that are interesting to your demographic. So for example, if it's the foster care system, we'll keep that one in mind. Many people don't know, but oftentimes when a kid who ages out of the foster care system, they're given a black trash bag with their stuff. And it's a shame, right? To be able to get a black trash bag and head out the door is kind of dehumanizing. And so, we may want to be able to say, let's change that. Let's make it a law, or let's make it a protocol that we give them a backpack with their stuff, or a duffel bag or something that makes it feel like they're moving on to a good step rather than being pushed off to the curb. And so that would be one of the things that we would do, is we would create ads that would show that issue, show that dilemma, show what's happening now. Videos and graphics and still images that show a kid getting, the bag and going to the bus stop, right? Very clear, very simple to understand in a second when someone's scrolling quickly through Facebook why you're doing what you do, and what you do matters. And so we would then be able to reach people who are interested in your topic by targeting them, and by potentially retargeting them from people who have visited your website, and be able to get their email address. The goal that I believe for all nonprofits, the goal should be, is to get as many email addresses as you possibly can all the time from high quality people. High quality people means people who are actually interested in your cause. You could go to a marketer and they will go get you 5-cent email addresses. But if they're not actively interested in who you are and what you're about, that may be a waste of money, right? Complete waste of money. If you buy 500,000 or 100,000 for a penny a piece, even, is going to be a waste of money if you don't actually get someone that is a good result, and they're not a penny a piece. Usually they're 30 to 50 cents a piece. And so we show that interest to interested people, and we give them something. We say, hey, we could use your email address. And the way we do this, and I'm going to kind of cut through to the end here, is we use petitions. We say, hey, we want to change the way the law works in the state of Texas or in the U.S. to be able to make sure that no child experiences this ever again. Would you sign this petition so that we can have enough support and have enough proof that we need to change this so that we can go to the government and actually submit those to make change? And then, of course, it's important that you do, but people are willing to give you your name, give you their name, give you their email address, maybe even a phone number if you want it. I don't usually ask for it, but if you want it, you can. And once they've signed that petition, well, what does that do for you? Well, it tells you they're very interested in who you are and what you're about. From there, it's important to be able to use both Facebook ads to generate more donations, but also go to step 2, which is once they sign that petition on a landing page, step 2 is, hey, thank you so much. Would you please consider donating even $1 or $5 right now to be able to put a backpack on a kid or give them a duffel bag right now, staying with that same example? Well, guess what? $1 is a soda, right? Or a Coke or wherever you are in the US, but it's very inexpensive for someone to say, you know what? For $1, for $5, I'm going to do this. And so immediately, yes, you paid money to acquire them with a Facebook ad on the front side of things, or maybe even just a social post, which is a lot less expensive. But once you get them to that second step, now they're donating to you. So that's where the net positive, or maybe even net even or net positive, I should say, comes into play. And that's where you're actually making back the return on your investment immediately. Now, when you make back the return on your investment immediately, that's a huge thing. But it's also a long-term process. As you email them and as you tell them about the updates of, hey, we submitted 100,000 signatures to the state of Texas or to the U.S., we're able to make an impact. Here's what we've done. Here's how many backpacks we've given to kids. Here's how many duffel bags. Here's what we've done, right? Here's what's happening in this movement right now as people want to support us and come behind us. You email them regularly, once, twice, 3 times a week, maybe more, potentially, depending upon the size of your list and the audience. And then once or twice a month, you need to ask them something. This is important that nonprofits sometimes shy away from. They don't want to tell them because they feel like they're burdening other people. But the truth is, these people support you. They want to support you. Maybe they connect with this. Maybe they were in in this experience themselves. Maybe they were an orphan, or maybe they went through the foster care system and they had the exact same situation, or friends or family, or they could just connect to it and they empathize with these folks and these kids. And so they're able to want to support them. And if you tell them there's a need, hey, we need to raise $5,000 by the end of this month to be able to give, 2,000 kids duffel bags so that they can make sure that they're, feeling prepared and loved. That's not hard for people to understand. They want to do that for you. And so I would highly recommend that you do that and you ask them and you present them with that information. So once they've donated, you get, a certain amount of people that will sign that petition, a certain amount of people then that will go through and actually donate, and then another additional amount that sends them to the next landing page where it would say, hey, if you buy this t-shirt, donate $25 to get this t-shirt for us to be able to give more to these kids. And now you're making even more right off the bat from them. So great method for doing this. In fact, I just recommended this to a guy who's becoming a client now after I told him to do this, and he went and did it himself. And he generated 380 signatures, which are email addresses, in less than 24 hours for free. He literally created a landing page on his website, posted it to his profile, his social pages, and other pages that were similar to his. And he's a law enforcement guy who does some great work in nonprofit space and has done an excellent job. And now he's coming to me to help him with the ad grant. We've done that for him. And now we're going to do some Facebook ads. We're really excited about this, but it works. The process works. And you just need to go through it and think about how you're going to do that for your nonprofit. It may not be a petition exactly, but it may be something similar where they can feel like they're taking an action step. and that qualifies them for the next step. So hopefully that's helpful. That really is, a lot of value. And if you take that and you apply it, I can guarantee you that you will have success, and I can guarantee you that this will be very, very helpful for you. This is a lot of information that I've learned over years and years of marketing and spending millions of dollars to learn this and to help nonprofits make millions and millions of dollars to be able to generate donors and supporters. But let's go through some frequently asked questions. So what does this look like? Does it look like social posting on my profiles? Yes and no. We will do that for you, or you will do that yourself, depending upon if you want to hire us for this or not. It's a good idea to social post and then use that post ID in a Facebook ad. That's where you're targeting the right people. Don't boost it. Boosting is bad. Just remember that boosting is bad. But adding that, getting that Facebook post ID and running a targeted campaign to people interested in your topic is good. And that's what we help clients do. And that's what we've been able to do for many clients. In fact, another example of this is AATX. We worked with them to help generate over $90,000 in donations, and over, I think it was 70,000 in 32 days. And then over another period of time, they were able to raise more money from those same email addresses. And over 82 or 85, I think, thousand email addresses in 32 days. And so it was not only net positive, that was net positive and some for them. So how much will it cost? Well, it depends upon your nonprofit. It depends upon how much budget you have to acquire someone. But if you understand that over time, the donor curve, which is the name of our business, the donor curve is greater than the cost to acquire them. And what I mean by that is, if you can see my finger on the screen, you acquire them for 30 cents or 20 cents or maybe 14 cents with some of the clients that we have. You get that email address and they donate to you, and then they donate again. And then over time, as you email them, they keep donating. And now you're making a net profit over the next few years, not only from day one. So it can cost, anywhere from $500 a month if you want to spend that to, we work with some clients that spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month. And it just depends upon what you have available to you. My suggestion is to look at the marketing budget that you currently have and see if it's being well used. If it's generating supporters and making you self-sustaining, then it's probably a good idea to keep it where it is. If it's not, I would recommend pulling a portion of that budget and putting into this. Don't completely pull out of what you're doing right now, but try this because it works. Does this include Instagram? Yes, Instagram is a placement that we use to target people on Facebook. There's a lot of people, as you know, Facebook and Instagram are the same company, and it works very well to be able to reach people for both Instagram on stories and on the regular news feed, as well as on Facebook. So we use both. We test them to see which one works best. And you'll be able to look at the results. If you run an ad in your ads manager and you pulled that post ID from your Facebook post, you'll be able to see the results start to happen, and you'll be able to see, hey, here's what's happening. Oh, Instagram is performing better than Facebook. Instagram is driving more email addresses at a lower cost than Facebook, or vice versa. It just depends on your audience and who you're going after. Honestly, it makes a huge difference. So what do I need? Well, you need a website with a secure donation form. Pretty simple, right? You got to be able to acquire those donors. You need a Facebook page. You need an ad account for Facebook. And if you don't have these things, that's something that we can help you do. I can help even explain it. And I'm going to do another video at some point about how to create these yourself, because I want to give you the ability to do this on your own. You can hire me if you'd like. We'd love to be able to help out. If not, go do it. Go make sure this happens for yourself. Now, I've spent a lot of money and a lot of time honing my abilities, and I know based on the reviews, if you watch some of these videos above on this website, you'll see we made more than what they paid us, as well as what they paid to Facebook in terms of immediate donations back. So this is profitable, it is helpful, and it works. So if you're ready, schedule a call with me. If not, don't worry about it and just get going. And even if you don't want to schedule a call with me, but you want to ask me a question, add it below, or ping me on Facebook, or reach out to me through the forum and just say, hey, I don't want to get on a call with you, but I want to talk to you. Or if you want to get on a call, let's get on a call. And I do strategy sessions all the time for nonprofits who don't end up working with us. They just want to see if they're a good fit, or they want to ask me a couple questions. I'd be happy to help, more than happy to help with the nonprofits that you're serving. Thanks so much. Have a great day. I hope this is helpful, and follow that petition strategy. If you do, I can guarantee you that it will work for you. Thanks. Bye-bye.